Hi guys, Steve here. So Snail Games, the publisher of Ark, put out 2 trailers for their new Ark Survival Evolved paid DLC map, Aquatica, that went terrible. You can see them and my reaction here if you haven't already. In this video I want to try and answer the question why Snail Games might be making a DLC map for Survival Evolved themselves, when they said they wouldn't support it anymore, as they were meant to move over to Ark Survival Ascended, and what this might mean for the future. Ark Survival Ascended failed to go how Snail Games intended. They had to make it because they had blown most of the money they made by selling Ark to start a failed electric vehicle company and other stuff, allegedly. So they hoped everyone would buy the game again as a remake, and to move from Ark Survival Evolved to the new Ark Survival Ascended, so they could sell more DLC and premium mods, allegedly. But this pissed off a huge section of the Ark community in multiple ways. Those who just saw it as a money grab, as they will be paying for the same game again just with better graphics, and others not forgiving shutting down official servers, after people have spent years of their lives and thousands of hours building and taming beloved creatures on their servers, losing all their work and a lot of them just quit. Then on top of that, Ark Ascended being so badly optimised, most people couldn't play it on their system, so they had no choice but to refund and go back to Survival Evolved. To name but a few, it's all been documented. To this day, more people are playing the old Ark Survival Evolved than the new Ark Survival Ascended, and good on them. Even now, after all the good paid ASA maps have come out, just leaving the Genesis ones, which I hate, 30 to 40,000 players are still on the old Survival Evolved without any new content, but only 20 to 30,000 are on the new Ark Ascended with all the new content. Who would have seen that coming? Oh wait. Ark splitting their game into 2 will probably be studied in colleges of not what to do with your game. So I bet Snail Games are looking at all those old Survival Evolved players that aren't spending any more new money and wanting that to change. So the first question, if Aquatica's a 10-year celebration DLC map, then why is it only coming to Ark Survival Evolved and not the newer Survival Ascended? Don't those players matter as well? We know it took Wildcard Studios a long time to learn Unreal Engine 5, just from how long and how many times ASA was delayed. And because Wildcard is their most skilled team, whatever team Snail Games is getting to work on the Aquatica DLC map might not even know Unreal 5 and might be only able to work on Unreal 4, so they only could make a map for the old Ark Survival Evolved version. That with the fact that Wildcard Studios are far too overworked and behind schedule as it is, to work on all the other Ark Ascended map conversions, and now with a new Lost Colony DLC map coming before them. That's going to take many months, so Wildcard don't have the time to fit in another DLC map like Aquatica. GP found from a deleted text file saying Aquatica DLC will be coming later for Survival Ascended. But that's all now been removed from Snail's presentation. I suspect Wildcard told Snail that there was no way they could get it done without delaying a roadmap and releases of all the other maps, so I think that forced Snail Games to scrap the ASA version. A second possibility is that because Snail Games owns everything about Wildcard and the Ark IP, we don't know what kind of contracts they have signed together, or how the contracts have changed when they move from ASE to ASA. Wildcard probably only gets paid for the Ark content they produce, so it might be something like because both of them thought that Wildcard will no longer be making content for Ark Survival Evolved, the contracts changed and I wouldn't need to be receiving any more payments to create Ark Survival Evolved content. And if that's the case now Ark Ascended's not doing that well, Snail Games might have thought that if they cut Wildcard out and produce everything for Survival Evolved themselves in-house, then Snail can keep all the money themselves and don't have to pay Wildcard anything. A third option is, if Snail Games is so short of money that they might collapse, then in turn Wildcard goes under, Snail Games might have just told Wildcard to carry on working on ASA, while Snail tries to bring in more money by working on ASE stuff. They're the 3 most likely possibilities, but whichever way it was, Wildcard couldn't do anything about it. Snail will use Wildcard's ARK assets and lower the quality of the game, which of course will piss off everyone at Wildcard and will create a rift between them. As if those Aquatica trailers are the quality of content Snail can produce, then how bad will the Aquatica DLC maps be that they'll want you to pay for your own gift to support the 10-year celebration? That's probably why Wildcard released a statement saying we've got nothing to do with this shit. And looking back at it now, Wildcard's other statement at the same time of its confirmed ongoing commitment to develop Ark Ascended and Ark 2, which is a kind of thing that a company normally puts out when they're in trouble and it's not going to happen. However, in this case, it looks like Wildcard had the foresight to see all the confusion generated by Snail creating Ark Survival Evolved content now, and people will think what the hell's going on, and get ahead of it to confirm they actually are keeping on with Ark Survival Ascended and Ark 2. It also feels like a bit of a cry for help from Wildcard. Like, we're trying to stick to the plan, we know what to do, but Snail Games is trying to screw everything up to try and milk you for more money, so please don't blame us. I also think there might be another point to this Aquatica DLC as a test, to see if people are still willing to buy DLC content for Ark Survival Evolved, and if so, it's likely they will start selling all the DLC from Ark Survival Ascended. I don't think there's a way for them to charge for premium mods, but yes, they can just import all the pay-to-win creatures like the mystical beasts, import all the Bob's Tall Tale DLC stuff, all the different versions of all the different skins, and I wouldn't put it past them to put all the new extra free creatures in from ASA, but charge a conversion fee to be able to use each creature. I hope no one from Snail hears that, or they actually might think about doing it. There's 30 to 40,000 people playing Ark Survival Evolved on Steam, and that's not even with any new content. If they brought a lot of it over from ASA, then even more people might come back to it. And Snail Games will be rubbing their hands together, thinking of possibilities of all that money they could bring in. From the Aquatica Steam page description, it sounds like Snail Games might do a series of DLC maps for Survival Evolved, completely separate to Wildcard, and it sounds like we've not even consulted them. Because like I say, maybe it's because only Snail Games has the rights to produce content for ASE now. And if Snail does that, Wildcard will be raging at them, but we won't be able to say anything about it. Snail Games are even bringing back the Ark Survival Evolved servers that had shut down before, for a limited, undisclosed period of time, which is literally rubbing the salt in the wounds for all the Evolved players who lost everything when the servers were shut down. So who on earth is going to actually use the official servers on this new map, spend hundreds or thousands of hours building and taming, just for Snail Games to shut them down one day so you lose the entire lot again? The suggestion of it is just crazy. And who's going to host the servers? Is it just going to be Nitrado again? Or can anyone use their own server hosting company like they could before? It looks like the Aquatica DLC's only coming for PC and not the consoles, so screw all the console players as well. Probably because Snail Games' team don't know how to convert the PC version into console, and or is not enough console players playing Survival Evolved to make enough money. If you're a console player still playing Evolved, let us know in comments please, as I have no idea how many of you are still playing it, if you even can. Snail Games releasing new content for Survival Evolved after they said it wouldn't be supporting it anymore looks desperate, and they're just doing it for the money. Even if they think they can do it themselves, they're probably going to need help from Wildcard, which will mean splitting a team and taking members or time from members away from Ark Survival Ascended. And if Snail keeps supporting Ark Survival Evolved, making new stuff for it, then bringing over and selling all the DLC from Ark Survival Ascended, then that'll mean Ark Ascended will never be a success, because Snail would have accepted that the Survival Evolved people will never move over to Survival Ascended. So Snail will milk it and just try and get the last lot of money out of us. Well guys, what do you think of my theories? Do you think they're right or wrong? Let me know in the comments box below. Are you going to be buying the Aquatica DLC? Do you think it's going to be good, or do you think it's going to be terrible? As a 10-year celebration goes, this one sucks. Snail's put everyone on a downer and some people have started leaving. And all they had to do was give us some gold dino saddle skins. That would have been a lot better, so how could they mess that up? I spend a lot of time on X now, so you can talk to me on there if you like, and I'll reply back to you. Here's the address, so you can keep up with my gaming news. It'd be great if you could go to it and follow me. And if you do, thank you very much. If this video was helpful, I'd appreciate it if you'd click like and subscribe if you've not already, as it will help out my channel. Click bell notifications on all to get notified when I upload next, and share this video with your friends please, as it helps me out. Thank you. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll link other videos at the end. Goodbye.